This video is to talk about the differences between the resource type columns found in your resources page within any project in Project Insight. To get here, you'll choose the resources tab up here. Now, right off the bat, when you create a project, this resource type effective column will get populated from whatever the resource type default is in your profile. So if we go into my profile, you can see I have a few different chosen, but I've chosen Project Manager as my resource type default. Now what that means is any project that I create, or with myself on there, this will populate with the resource type from my user profile. If I don't have one, this will show up as blank. The next important one here is resource type default. Now if you want the resource to have a different resource type on the project than the one in your user profile, then you'll want to use this. This will essentially be the default resource type on this project. That will override and take precedence over this one coming from your profile. Now the last one over here is just called resource types. This is purely informational. If you want the resource to do skills X, Y, and Z, resource types, administration, field research, field rep, and graphic artist, then you can save that, and now you'll know informationally that, hey, if I want to go back in here and check what Dylan or Joe is doing on this project, I can let others know and let myself as a reminder know that they're going to be doing these skills or these types of work on this project. But this is the only thing that the resource types is going to do. Now lastly, if you're going through your task list and you go into a task, maybe let's edit this one, you'll see also in the resources column that on any task, if you have this enabled or turned on in your project settings, then you can actually set a resource type onto a task level on the project or on a task itself. So this will be the kind of the most precedent um, resource type if you want to have someone take the place of a field representative role on one specific task, then they can do that. And then on the project level, they are maybe a project manager like myself. You can also, if you don't want to do this route, you can also set the task as a specific resource type so that the task itself requires this sort of resource type, but the resource, say myself, and I'm really more in the office manager role, but I'm going to be helping make this task get completed as the task is a field representative role. So it can get a little detailed, and you can use a lot of resource types. We give you a lot of options to do it in few different ways, but this is the kind of the breakdown. If we leave this now blank and now save it, and we go back into the task, the resource type for myself on this task, the role for myself on this specific task is Office Manager. And that was the one that I chose on the task itself. If I didn't choose anything for this specific role on this specific task, then this will remain blank. And the resource role that I chose here would then take precedence. And if anything, if this is blank as well, then the project manager role for my profile would take precedence. So there's a workflow to that. And if you have more questions, you can consult our help center, which has more articles about how that works. Thanks.